After much deliberation with my film crew, we find ourselves in Bali, the place where people come, much like Ibiza, to party their asses off and forget the world. However, it's Monday night and I can't find a party. I am, however, not looking very hard, and as I wander down this beach in Canggu at 9 p.m, I'm at peace. The perfect temperature, the breeze is refreshing, and there's barely a tourist in sight. Though we've only been here a matter of hours, we are faced with something much larger to come.
What surprises me the most about this area is how much effort they've put into making it beautiful, but how much actually washes out into the ocean as well. It's pretty wild.
Growing up only a 4-hour flight from here, this is where everybody talked about. It's only 250 Aussie dollars to fly here, and the Australian hourly wage equates to roughly a whole day's pay for the locals. Depending on who you are and what moderate means you have, you can spend 2 weeks getting absolutely rotten drunk and not remember your own name. Or you can experience a taste of life a few levels above your current station. Daily massage, a chauffeur, a beach house, nothing's out of the realm of possibilities here. What started as a tropical paradise with no sealed roads, great surf and beautiful traditions is, like many other places in the world, speedily adapting to tour crews' demand for the same damn thing every other pretty place has to offer. But I have to be honest, I detest half that shit. That's right folks, I said shit. There goes my monetisation. But no offence, you can collect spoons and tea towels from home now. Apparently we're up so early we caught the beach dogs sleeping. Perfect timing to watch the first surfers suit up, wax up and paddle out.
Alright, here we are. The sun's coming up. Canggu.
Mark is a young 22-year-old entrepreneur who was born here to an American mum and Balinese dad. He's lived in America and here in Bali for the last 13 years. He knows both worlds.
I'd say for living in Bali, Sanur, Jimbaran on the south side and on the east side is probably the best if you're, got a family situation. But for young, digital nomads, they mostly come to Canggu, given that, it's like paradise for surfers, paradise for skaters, paradise for nightlife, kind of, the young activities. But I do find that to live in Bali, in, day to day, that East Coast and South Side is more preferable. Uluwatu is kind of like the new Canggu. That's just because the development here has been too fast for what they can handle. I think Canggu's bitten off more than it can chew, if that makes sense. Bali wants to be on the map, but again, you need to have the facility, you need to have the structure to support that kind of development.
In recent times, especially the last decade, growth in Bali has been insane. The CV era aside, Bali, and more specifically Canggu, has reached terminal velocity. Now people seem to be stretching out into the green areas around Canggu as well. Several development plans that would stop hotels and villas being built so close together and would restrict certain distances from temples have come and gone. Why exactly isn't clear.
Indonesia's standard of living, the quality, the aesthetic, it's always been there for the locals. Like, this is just their home, you know, they didn't have to fly anywhere. So for them, having this abundance is easy to give away because it's there, you know. But locals also need to remember that they need to protect that as well. They shouldn't let their kindness, their openness to anyone get exploited, if that makes sense. Because I do start to see that where, you know, foreign investors or foreign tourists come here and they just take the hospitality for granted, and they'll do what I ask and be at my service always.
Yeah.
That's just not the way it should be treated. But the Bali future is definitely bright. It's not going anywhere. There's still gonna be surfers' paradise here. But again, if you want to keep the economy of Canggu stable, make sure there's not an oversupply of the same thing. Yeah, your dollar goes way further here. And not only that,
People are nice.
people are nice. That's why I have family members here in Indonesia asking me, Mark, you're American, go to America. You know, the jobs there, you get paid way more. And why are you here in Indonesia? Go.
Yeah.
I lived in America for 2.5 years, and I felt that competitiveness, that felt like, you know, I was a sheep in a herd. Everybody was just like, I'm just gonna do this and then I'm gonna do that. Like, everything just had to be planned out. I gotta know what they're gonna do with their degree after and all that. And I thought to myself, you know, this is not realistic. This is not realistically, for me at least, a way of life to just fall under the pressure of society to just do what everyone else is doing.
Mark obviously has a bright future. His energy is infectious. I can't help but wonder though, if growing up with these split perspectives has offered him some kind of superpower, an edge over other people his own age, whether he knows it or not. While having a shred at the local skate park in Canggu, we met an interesting character off camera who convinced us he knew exactly who we needed to talk to. Meet Eric, 47-year-old father, husband, surfer and business owner. His cafe Little Ripper in Kedunggu is famous for mouth-watering croissants and tasty offerings. During the pandemic, Little Ripper served as a food bank to the surrounding community. His taste, passion and his conviction can be seen in almost everything he does.
Me and my wife and my family, we moved here 6 years ago. When we decided to move here when we had our kid. Then we looked at him and we decided, there must be a different way of living. We can't keep chasing in Singapore. So we thought Bali is a good place, easy place to start, not too expensive to find a home.
Where did you live prior?
Singapore and Jakarta,
Oh yeah.
both the city. I was in the business, I was doing mostly advertising, mostly TV commercials, make a lot of money. But we realized there must be a different way of living.
Yeah. So when you say a different way of living, you mean like...
Not doing long hours, not doing 12 hours, not doing 14 hours, not, you know what I mean, just stop working for people and just pursue something that I don't know what that was 6 years ago. Use Canggu as our base for a few months.
Yeah.
We look around and we decided this would explode.
And so when you moved to Canggu, was there still rice fields and it wasn't as developed as it is now?
No, the street after Canggu was completely empty. Now it's full.
Yeah.
So back then we knew this would blow. Hence we chose Kedunggu, a bit 20 minutes away from Canggu. But they're coming here. The developments are coming here.
And so is your fear that it's just going to keep spreading out and out and out?
Yeah, of course. We make this our home. This is our little piece of paradise, and nobody likes their home to be destroyed.
There is a sadness with that, for that to be removed. You have a country that is developing a lot of people that are struggling to
financially support themselves.
correct, have an income.
It's hard. People need to make money, yeah. The locals need to make money. They're making $200 a month. They need to make more. The rice fields, I spoke to the farmers. They could harvest maybe 2, maybe 3 times a year. A productive year, 3 harvests, $300 per harvest. Profit, $900
A year,
a year.
not enough.
Far from enough. So let's say a developer comes in and say, Pak Wayan, can I give you 100,000 US dollar? I have your rice field for 40, 50 years.
Yeah, of course.
No brainer. But the problem is, who's gonna farm?
Yeah, who's going to feed the people?
Who's gonna feed the people? It's not sustainable. We're gonna run out of the farm. We're gonna run out of the rice field. When is this gonna end? Most of the developers are not very responsible.
No.
They come to a place, they talk to the locals, they give them some sweets, help them to build a temple,
Yep.
Give them a bit more commission if you sell your land to us.
Yep.
Then they take the land, they sell it for higher price. It's not just foreign companies that's doing this, not just the Aussies or Europeans, no, the local companies are doing this too. A big problem in the developing country like Indonesia. Well, one, it's big, it's a huge country. And the country, the government they have a lot of other things to worry about than pollution, than waste management.
Yeah.
There's no real solution. There's very little regulations. Greed.
Yeah. And that makes me sad.
Yeah. We're sad.
Insert rambunctious, cheeky, beverage thieving primates. A metaphor, maybe. We head to Denpasar, which means food market, to meet up with our guide Michael. I was starving, ready for anything but curious as to the local cuisines and traditional dishes. Little did I know that I was about to have a really authentic experience.
This tastes like how I want my steak.
Some say the best satay is in Indonesia, and while I have a limited repertoire to compare, I'm putting my money on these babies.
I'm going to eat this food every day for the rest of my life. You know how they say tastes like chicken? Tastes like chicken.
It's chicken, but sweet. Hopefully you like it.
Very good.
Now listen, I don't want to tell you I'm cranky or intolerable without coffee, so I won't. I'm also told that this is a special coffee, that they somehow brew it straight from a small mammal's ass. It's fantastic, they say. Am I sceptical? Highly. Will I try it? At the moment, I'd drink water out of a tepid pond if you told me it was caffeinated.
So hold onto all that feeds your soul. I know a place.
You know how I said that thing about the mammal's ass? Well, this is the mammal. And I don't want to go into a lengthy detail, heavy synopsis about how, what and why, because I'm being straight with you. I don't want to know. And I don't think you do either, but surmise to say it probably happens just like you think it does. I must admit, this place confuses me. Far be it for me to be the travel Grinch. Many people seem to enjoy it. Look, isn't she happy swinging above the rice fields in a dress she rented like a pair of bowling shoes? Good on them though. I wish I too could enjoy these trivial travel activities, but alas, haram, I can't.
To all that feeds your soul. Talk is cheap and we're wasted.
They do, however, have a statue of this guy, President Sukarno, Indonesia's first president who helped liberate them from the Dutch. What's he doing here? Sukarno was a gifted orator who could ignite a crowd with these fiery speeches. And in 1927, he joined the Indonesian Nationalist Party and quickly rose to prominence. Hated by the Dutch and later the Americans for his socialist leanings, but to everyday Indonesians he was Bang Karno, or Brother Karno. As a hero that stood up to foreign powers, on August 17, 1945, Sukarno and Muhammad Hato declared independence for Indonesia, but he was touted as a flawed leader. His grandiose projects bankrupted the nation, and his anti-Western stance isolated Indonesia abroad, something that may stand differently today. It may surprise you to know that there was a motorcycle in Indonesia before there was one in America, the same island that had a great bike race called Tour de Java, where people would do time trials from one end of the island to the other. The Javanese also toured the other islands with cages of death demonstrations. I suppose the fact is that Indonesia and motorcycles are inexplicably linked. This guy is the embodiment of a motorcycle enthusiast. I'm talking down to the cellular level. If you cut him, he just might bleed petrol and clutch fluid. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce this guy. This is Ryan from Plower Cycles, and he's about the coolest person in Bali, if not the world. I mean, imagine having so many motorcycles you've forgotten how many you actually own.
Where's your favourite part of Bali?
My favorite place in Bali is home.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, sometimes I go to the mountain, like that.
Yeah.
I go to the island, Nusa Penida.
Yeah.
On the Trunyan Hills, we can see the Batur Lake and the Kintamani village there.
Yeah.
In Trunyan, in Kintamani, it's like an isolated village.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a culture. When the people dead, they not buried the body.
Yeah.
He just put on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, just it
Just forever or
forever. And then after it's going to be bones.
yeah.
He just put the skulls on the walls. Trunyan Cemetery.
Talking about death though, it's like how many friends have you lost on motorcycles? Have many of your friends?
Last week I lost my friend. His name is Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky is is a son of Pangurah. Pangurah is a owner of a peanut bar before in Kuta. 2017 I lost my friend. His name is Mang Edi. Yeah, he's a bike accident, ride Harley in Gatsu Barat.
When my dad left high school, he lost 32, 33 friends to V8 cars and motorcycles. Coming out of high school, drinking excessively and,
Mang
right.
Edi is an accident because he's drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ride too fast.
Yeah. Shall we do some food?
Yeah, it's right, please.
I think we're still getting used to the heat a little bit.
Like an Italian nonna, Ryan insisted we eat, drink and be merry. And whilst I can't oblige on the drinking at the moment, I'm more than happy to live up to expectations when it comes to pork.
This is lawar black. We call it black because this is raw meat.
Raw meat.
Raw, yeah, not cooked, never cooked.
Awesome.
Yeah, pork meat.
Yeah.
But he make a spirit meat and muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is only meat,
Yeah.
no muscle. And he chop, pop, and mix with, this is the boiled skin, pork skin. Put chili, salt, pepper, everything mixed together and becomes lawar.
All the good things.
Yeah, but for the complete ingredients, I will ask someone.
It might be a family secret.
This is from palm sugar.
Whenever I have to do a drinking scene, it's Gemma that is my stand-in.
One shot.
This is my stunt double.
Another hard day at the office.
You drink this over a week, a day, 2 days.
No, normally Balinese people is drink only 2 shots every morning.
In the morning. These guys are morning drinkers.
Yeah,
That's
or
very
in the
interesting.
night. But if we have an event, we drink a lot at the night
So
time.
if you wake up and you feel a little bit tired, you just have 2 shots and you're not tired anymore.
My friend coming here at the night time,
Yeah.
we drink this one.
Good thing is, if you run out of fuel on one of the bikes, you can just pour that in. You run out of fuel, you put some in the tank.
Oh, the rider's fuel is this.
Ryan, a superior motor enthusiast, would like us to go for a ride with them. Me, being a gracious person that I am, was left with no other alternative but to kindly accept. Who wouldn't want to capture footage of these metallic stallions winding their way through the streets and rice fields? Anyway, that's enough pandering to some sense of establishing a storyline through voiceover. Feast your eyes upon these bad boys. A friend of mine's late father, who owned a Harley shop in Perth, Jason Jiver Rule, once said to me, "I know it seems like Harley riders are all about it, but it really doesn't matter what you ride, it's the fact that you do ride." And that stuck with me. As the Bali traditions go, we stop to pay respects to one of their recently passed friends. During this stop, I tell the guys about my friend, whose life was cut short a few days prior. I showed them a news article a mutual friend had sent me, and they point out something uncanny that connected me with him once again. The highway on which someone had crossed over onto the wrong side of the road and collected him was the very highway that we were on. Now, I passed Brad, my friend, in Canggu on the second night, not knowing that later on he'd ride out on his last ride. I hope that wherever Brad is, he's having as much fun as he always did. A perfect ride into a perfect day, but all perfect things must come to an end. We have to make a reservation across the island, and I'm particularly sad to leave these guys. One day, I'll circle back and ride with these boys again. Another time, another place, as they say. The next day we visit Uluwatu. Commonly known as Ulus, Uluwatu means cliff face, and it's one of the most famous locations known worldwide for its surfing prowess. It kind of reminds me of my surf trips back home, and to a degree, those locations in the southwest of Western Australia are experiencing the same tones of development versus trying to preserve the character that people have become accustomed to. But in the battle of this versus that, no matter what side you're on, whatever it was and whatever it is, they are both eroding. In the months after filming this documentary, one of the cliff faces that they've been working on collapsed into the sea, causing major discoloration and damage to the coral reef below. There's been no major push to halt development despite outcries across social media for a rethink. The natural beauty of Bali is immense, and in no way can you take it for granted. I'm going to have to talk to some people that are working hard to retain this natural beauty. That's where these guys come in. Sungai Watch, having been referred to as river warriors. Gary, whom, along with his two siblings, is one of the founders.
We started 15 years ago cleaning our own little beach, actually not so far from Bella.
Okay.
Like I was 14, my brother was 12, my sister was 16,
Yeah.
and it was the three of us just trying to clean. Now we have an army of 120 that we fully pay above minimum wage. Every day cleaning rivers around
Oh, wow.
200 rivers, and so we've developed these simple barriers that are floating
Yeah.
so that plastic doesn't go into the ocean.
Okay.
And so every day we remove around 4,000 kilos of plastic that
Yeah.
we sort in our own facilities. And you know, in some of the first rivers we've started to clean, the rivers are finally clean. Like communities are starting to be a lot more aware.
Yep.
And that's really the hope that we see. You know, when we clean a river fully and fish come back, those are the incredible stories that we share village by village,
Yeah.
trying to, inspire Bali towards a better way forward.
I've rocked up at some of the Sea Shepherd community beach cleanup days,
Okay.
you know, and done a few of them. But obviously that's volunteer based.
Right.
What you're talking about is, you know, the level above that.
Exactly. So it's like almost a full, well, very tiny little army
Yeah,
of 120 people,
that's not tiny.
but spread across Bali and Java.
Yeah.
But every day cleaning 200 rivers. And I think
Unreal.
it's really that perseverance that can make that change, right? Like in 3 years of work, we've now removed over 1.8 million kilos of plastic from Bali's rivers. And that's considerable amounts that we're
It is.
recycling ourselves. And
So what do you do with the recycled material?
so we're about to launch our own furniture brand.
Yeah.
So, you know, like for example, a piece of plastic like this will end up into a really cool red share soon.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to be able to close the story full circle. It's been 15 years of cleaning Bali.
Yeah.
This newest project came in the midst of COVID.
Yeah.
You know, the beaches were closed down,
Yep.
and it was sort of the perfect silver lining moment of giving back to the island.
So have you always been environmentally focused?
Yeah, definitely. Since the age of 14.
Okay.
So always trying to find a way of cleaning up Bali, showing a better way forward.
Like with what you can see, like how do you maintain some sort of, enthusiasm about getting on top of it?
Right. I think general public awareness of just sustainability in general in Bali is increasing.
Yep.
And we've seen that over the last few years. Really, people wanting to get involved, people wanting to find a better Bali.
Yep.
But oftentimes, we get like school students, like villagers to come out, Balinese wanting to clean their rivers, and
So
it's
culturally they're getting a better understanding about the impacts of everything that's happening.
Exactly. I think when you see a river filled with plastic, and you literally have a villa on it or a hotel on it,
Yep.
it's better business to clean it up. So
100%.
naturally, people are wanting to clean it up.
Yep. How many people under you do you have?
My team is only 11 people.
Yep.
That's for the project. We need a lot of many volunteers for help. This is my people. My team is maximum is 45 because I'm already 2 hours. Maybe. But I want to do it long time. But because of my age, already.
What would you be, 25?
I'm now already 66.
66.
66, yeah. Care about the planet.
Need more air in the tyre.
This is the rules. If you're going inside the jungle, because the jungle is protected from the government.
Okay.
You cannot broken the jungle. Holy area. We have so many temples inside there.
We're in Penable Tabernan with Anna. He's from a small village here and spends his time working on the farm and guiding tourists when they come. And before the recent global interruption, there was a constant stream of tourists visiting this region, getting to see the unfiltered and more traditional side of Bali.
This is a small offering in Bali with the many flower and then many color. The incense with the fire, this is symbolic of the Dewa. We call Brahma.
What is Brahma?
Brahma, this is named Dewa in Balinese. This is making the anything, making the like the world, anything, the life.
Okay.
And then Vishnu.
Creation.
Yeah. Give me one. I'm so sorry, my speaking English is a little bit very bad.
No, it's not. It's good. It doesn't matter what you speak like. It's, like we're trying to get to know you.
Yeah.
And, like if you speak perfect English, it's probably actually better that you just be yourself.
I hope not so many
A leaf. A giant snake. That just saves your life.
Do you go for swims in the river?
Cannot swim, just
You can't swim.
relax. I cannot swim. But I can swim like a stone style.
Stone style.
Yeah, bloom.
Oh, is this the temple here?
Yeah, this is a Bojanga temple. It's very complicated story.
Yep.
Many people from the Java, long time ago. This is from the king of the Majapahit, come in Bali.
Yep.
This is this name Gelang Tridatu. This is symbolic of the Balinese. After we pray at the temple with the priest,
Yep.
in the Munchaksari temple, you get this one.
Do you do this? Whichever temple you go to, you always put a...
Yeah, always. If you see the temple,
Yeah.
always give the offering.
So you always carry the bag with offerings ready to go?
Yes.
So who makes these?
My mom. Because the responsibility making the offering is girl in Bali.
Okay.
Big job.
What does the flick, what does that mean?
So like this one's for you, this is for you.
What say like this one?
Oh, salute.
Yeah, salute. Yeah, salute.
Okay.
I think little bit the same with the Islam in the cremation.
Islamic, yeah.
Give the flower this one.
Okay.
The same meaning maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Here,
Yep.
I want to pray again.
Yep.
Because it's very, very sacred. This temple, the small temple there, have a very big energy
Yep.
around here. Persimpangan Ratu Nyoman. This is name of the spirit.
Yep.
The spirit of the jungle. We have a rules inside the temple. If you meet come in the temple, you say Om Swastiastu. Just follow me like that.
Om Swastiastu.
Yeah. This is symbolic of the tiger. Tiger symbolic of the protect the energy,
Okay.
like the security.
Yep.
Nah, ngon dokumen tari itu. Yang utara di sini Ratna Ukang di Jawa. This one. Okay. This is for the spirit stay here. And then 3 times like that. And then take the little bit, put on the right. And then the last like that, say thank you or suksama. Okay, finish. And then after this, wet the fish, take the holy water, because the spirit or the God keep the energy inside the water. Your hand like this one, and then this one on the right, and then drink, and then drink again, drink, and then clean your face. Yeah, that's good. Take the rice little bit, and then put on the middle your eyes. Yeah, that's good.
Mabuk nggak gitu ya?
Ada di Kang Tirta. Udah suka. This is for your hand. Ani kanan kak oh.
It was an honour to be invited into the temple to pray. The history and culture of this temple was something that I was in awe of in a deep and profound way. I was immensely grateful to be here now, to be invited in where lots do not. Even if you aren't a believer per se, you can definitely feel energy here. What struck me about this guy is, although he comes from such a different place and culture, the similarities and the frustrations that bothered him were very relatable. From not wanting to sound bad with his English and the societal pressure to be whatever definition of success that they indicate, he showed us an insight into his life and others with a transparency and honesty that I appreciated and respected.
I hope many Western people or many people know this area around my village. Suk sama. Perfect.
Tanah Lot means land in the sea. It's one of 7 sea temples in Bali, purported to be the 16th century work of Dang Hang Nitara. The story goes that he, on his travels, saw the beautiful rock mound and decided to rest there. Some fishermen saw him and brought him gifts, and after spending the night, he told the fishermen to build a shrine, as he felt that this be a holy place, befitting worship of the sea gods. After Tanah Lot, we wanted to go see the fire dancers in Uluwatu, but couldn't summon the courage to fight our way through Ma and Pa Tourist. After a little recon work done by none other than Miss Siri herself, we found this salt-of-the-earth beautiful soul, Miss Desak from Balinese Fire Dance.
I'm doing dancing start from when I was 5 years old. So my mom teach me Balinese dance, and around 10 years ago I started to learn about fire dance. And I live in this village, maybe 7 minutes from here. And now I'm doing performance, entertainment for the dance. Normally the fire dance is the traditional dance. The start is from the Ramayana story. They start from when the Sita, she wanna explain to other, she really love with the Rama. And then the Rahwana wanna catch tea. And then she tried to come inside of the fire. And then when she come out and she not yet burned, the symbolic of the still purity. I really feel fortunate also have family around me, have a great music, dance. When we have ceremony in the temple or in our home temple, I'm really happy because with the dance we will welcoming God before we start to celebrate, and when I dance also I see the smile of the audience. That I feel so really happy when I'm doing that.
During the interview, it got a little emotional, talking about the future of Bali and what it holds for her and her future children. When Gemma came in to comfort, I picked up the camera. Noticing the rapport and vulnerability between the two, I didn't want to interfere with the scene, grasping for words to aptly describe the honesty and fearlessness that these people have to share with us.
I have worried a little bit about our culture. So that's why part of my heart, I really want to see Bali still green. Too much of the building. But the other side, I'm happy also. That's how we can, in the middle, something like it's okay, new fill our hotel or accommodation, but please don't too much. When I have child, I hope my children can see the real Bali also.
As we come to the close of our trip, we head down to the beach and watch a group of teenagers letting off fireworks into the night sky. Aside from Territory Day in Darwin, this would be illegal and majorly frowned upon in Australia. Is Bali still coming to terms with its identity, morphing from a colonial settlement to a capitalist tropical rendezvous? I'm left wondering what the future holds for my newfound friends. These friends feel more like family. Whilst making this show, I was gifted some footage from Australian filmmakers David Elphick and Philip Noyce that was filmed in Bali in the 70s. It's interesting to see just how much has changed, and yet how so many traditions still live on. Juxtaposing this with the West, and what cultural traditions do we have that still remain? Is it tourism alone that keeps their tradition alive, or is it something else? Either way, Bali is known as the Island of Gods. And some people, I think, may visit here wanting to feel like gods. Some people are just here for the ride.